starting. My name is Autumn Kior, and let me start by saying this is my very first video, and I am extremely ecstatic to be doing this video, especially starting off talking about my occupation, which is travel CNA. I receive a lot of emails, a lot of inboxes asking how did I go about doing so, how did I become a travel CNA, what are the guidelines. So today I thought I would make a video expressing guidelines and tips to become a travel CNA. If I miss anything or you still have questions after this video, please do not hesitate to comment down in the comment section below and I will answer each and every question. So, first and foremost, you want to make sure that you have worked in a facility as a CNA for at least a year. This can be LTC, this can be hospital, this can be rehabilitation, as long as you have worked in a facility as a CNA for at least a year. Secondly, we're going to talk about resume. You want to make sure your ducks is in a row. I'm very big on making sure that you have everything together prior to contacting anyone for anything. This will save you a lot of time. This will save your recruiter a lot of time. This will show your recruiter that you're very serious about becoming a travel CNA. So you want to start by making sure your resume is up to date. You want to make sure that you start applying for your licenses to different states. So we have quite a few free states that you can apply for a license for. This is one of the very first questions the recruiter will ask you. Which states do you have your license for? So our free states that I am aware of are Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia, New Mexico, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, Ohio, Minnesota, Massachusetts, Maine, Alabama, Arkansas, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Kentucky, and as of now, North Carolina have a waiver due to COVID. So you want to go ahead and go online and start applying for these free states. Some are mail only, some are mail or fax only, and some you can simply apply as an online application. After you start applying for your license and you have quite a few under your belt, this is when we're going to talk about the documentation. Remember, have all your ducks in a row. This is very important. So you don't have to be running around like a chicken with your head cut off once you get into connection with the recruiter. So important documentations that you will need to have on hand. You will need to have an updated physical. You will need to have your TB skin test 1 and 2. Due to the pandemic we're currently facing, you will have to have an updated COVID test, negative results a few days prior to heading to your assignment. You will have to have an updated CPR card. Make sure you have your banking information on hand. And most importantly, you need 3 professional references minimum. So make sure that you get all of your ducks in a row. Let your references know that an agency will be contacting them. Please answer. Okay, back to the list. Agency of preference. Now this is my favorite, guys. Mind you, there are hundreds upon hundreds of agencies. So when you're weaving through agencies, you want to choose what's best for you. So you want to keep in mind and take into consideration, how long would I want to be out on the road? Do I want to do something as short as a 4-week contract or something as long as a 13-week contract? Where would I like to go? Would I like to select my own housing? Would I like for the company to select my housing? What pay range would I like to stay in? These are very important questions that you will want to ask your agent. So the way I would go by it, the way of finding an agency is, if you're on social media, Facebook have plenty of groups in which you can join. Many different agencies will post what do they have at the moment, the length, the pay, the housing, transportation, etc. So it really answers all your questions in one walk. you get into communication with agencies, do not put all your eggs in one basket. And the reason I say this is because you can be talking to this person about this and then find out, well, I could have got a better offer there. So I strongly suggest that you get a communication with at least 4 agencies. Now remember, the recruiter is supposed to be on your side. You guys supposed to be hand in hand. There should be a complete understanding. Do not fall for pressure. Big red flags. If a recruiter is pressuring you, rushing the process, listen, you need to sign, or it's going to be gone now, and have to sign, come on, what you going to do? Oh, well, I need to go on ahead and start talking to other candidates. That's a big no. True enough, when you get ready to talk to a recruiter, 9 times out of 10, they are looking for someone who will be ready to go within the next couple of weeks or so. But there should never be a point of time where you are pressured to go into a contract, because 9 times out of 10, that is a horrible contract. You need to talk to someone who is patient with you, who is willing to explain things to you, see what they have to offer. If the things that you have in your credential matches with what they are offering as far as your stipend go, your housing stipend, your pay rate, the location that you will be in, how you will get there. You make sure you guys have an understanding of whomever that you speak with that leans more towards what you're looking for, then that's who you go with. Okay, so let's get into the tips. As I just stated, once you get ready to talk to a recruiter, they will be expecting you to at least leave within the next 3 weeks. So you make sure that you're absolutely ready before contacting the recruiter. Once you get your application filled out with that recruiter, all your documentation in that they need, and you guys are all set, you settled on a state. When you get ready to leave, whether you're driving, you're flying, however you get into that location, please make sure you pack light. This is from my learning experience. I've been traveling for a year now, and I just overly pack. Plus, I get there and I get to buying all of these different things, and you're trying to bring all that home. The airport fees will eat you up. They will eat you up. So I really advise that you pack light. We already covered the fast talkers and the rushers. We want to stay away from that direction. That's not the direction that we need to be in. Your safety, you make sure you touch base with your safety with your recruiter. You want to make sure that going in, everything will be okay. That you're not in harm's way. You always watch your surroundings, because you never know who's watching you. Remember, we are just visiting this town for a period of time, and then we're trying to get to the next destination. Over time, I tell all travelers all the time, we come on this road to get our OT. OT is important. Make sure the facility that you're going to offer OT. There's no sense of not working OT. It's just like, well, I could have stayed home and just worked my 9 to 5. Housing. You make sure that you decide if you're going to choose an Airbnb, if you're going to choose a hotel, if you're going to allow them to choose the Airbnb or choose the hotel. Just make sure your housing is together prior to your arrival. Treatment. Please do not go on the road feeling like you're going to be treated like royalty, and I mean this in the nicest way possible. Just be ready for ugly treatment. Especially women of color as myself. But do not let that deter you from following your dreams and reaching your goals. And remember, pretty girls are the happiest. I thank you for your time. Remember, I'll be making videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We will talk spiritually. We will talk travel. We will talk go to work with me. We will talk trips. And much more. I love you. God bless. Peace, love, bloom. Goodbye.